At 12 o'clock, number 19, Kansas, who's 5-1. Traveling to Oklahoma, who's 3-3. Oklahoma somehow favored by 9 points in this game. Don't ask me how. On ESPN2, Jalen Daniels for Kansas, who is not going to likely play. No, he's not going to play in this game. He's gone 78 of 117 early on, thrown for 1,072 yards, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. Devin Neal on the ground has had 64 carries for 421 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Luke Grimm through the air has had 25 catches for 281 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dylan Gabriel, also likely not going to play for Oklahoma, has gone 85 of 133, thrown for 1,215 yards, 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Eric Gray on the ground has had 77 carries for 519 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Marvin Mims through the air has had 23 catches for 436 yards and 3 touchdowns. Oklahoma leads the series all-time 27-79. Oof. I don't think you're really catching up there, Kansas. And the last 17 games have gone to Oklahoma, ranging from 2000 to 2021. Last Kansas victory was in 1997. Last time they won on the road was in 1996. To give you an idea how long it's been since they've won at Oklahoma, that's 7 years before I was born. And it's not like these teams don't play often. They play every year. So that's a rough one. That's a rough one if you're Kansas. This is their chance for payback, right? Kansas is looking like probably the 3rd or 4th best team in the Big 12. I'll be interested to see when they play Kansas State or Texas when Quinn Ewers is healthy. Texas when Quinn Ewers is healthy is arguably the best team in the Big 12. So that's going to be interesting, but they have an argument to be made that they're the 3rd best team in the Big 12 right now. Or at the very least, they're very close. Honestly, very close to number 1 as well. They're a really good football team so far. Jayhawks are good. And even with Jason Beam at the helm, almost beat TCU last week. Oklahoma, on the other hand, has the argument to be made they're the worst team in the Big 12. I understand. The only other team, by the way, that's completely defeated in Big 12 play is Iowa State. And I think it'd be hard to argue that Oklahoma's better than Iowa State, considering the showing Iowa State only lost by 1 point to Kansas State, and they lost by 3 points to Kansas. We're both top 25 football teams. I think it's hard to argue that Iowa State is not better than Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma right now, honestly, I'd like to say for the Big 12, this is a great showing for you this year to prove that you are very much you are a good conference without Oklahoma and Texas. And while Texas is having a pretty good year, Oklahoma just like, oh my God, dude, you're moving to the SEC next year. I don't know if you're going to win any games in SEC play. This is awful. Maybe Vandy. I don't know. Oklahoma's been playing awfully. I don't get the spread at all here. I don't understand how Oklahoma, who just was shut out and destroyed in the Red River rivalry against Texas on their home field, by the way. I understand how they're going to have a different outcome against a Kansas team that is almost equally as good as this Texas team. Give me Kansas to win and pull off the upset on the road.